Morning guys, welcome back to Dubventures. Now if you're new to the channel, we have a camper van and we have for probably the past 2.5 years slowly been converting our van into a camper van. Now with everything that's going on with DVLA and so on, our van will never be officially classed as a camper van on paper. But that being said, it's still our van, we still camp in it, so it's still a camper van. So like I said, if you're new to the channel, if you watch all our previous videos, you'll see that we do a lot of traveling, a lot of adventures, and we do stay in the van a lot. And we are in the process of, like I said, converting it. Now, we have had a lot of things done recently because we've decided that next year when we travel abroad in the van, there was a lot of things that needed doing. So we've been getting a lot of things done. So for that reason now, we've pretty much got most of the main things done. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to do a bit of a van tour and show you guys exactly what it is that we've done. I'm going to show you the outside of the van, show you the inside of the van, and then we're going to set it up as though it was going to be like camping somewhere. So like it's turn it into like the sleeping facilities. We'll show you guys that. So without further ado, let's carry on. Right guys, so first thing that we're going to mention on this van tour is we've got 20-inch alloy wheels. Now a lot of people on forums and that we go on, a lot of people like say like it's a lot smoother ride like going on 18-inch wheels and things like that, but I have to honestly say that these wheels and these tyres that we've got in the van, absolutely fine. Never had an issue with the smooth ride or a harsh ride or anything, so we're really happy with them. So that's the wheels. Next thing that we want to show is we have these side running bars. When we first got this van, it was a panel van and it didn't have this window, and it was just, you know, like it was a panel all the way across. We've had this fitted, so we've now obviously got the side window that lets a lot of light in, and obviously on this side, so we'll show you that when we get to the inside. We've got these wind deflectors that I fitted on the window here. Now these for us, I'm telling you, are absolutely essential for when we go camping, because we don't have an external hookup on the van. So what we do is when we use the electric hookup that we put inside the van, we put the cable just underneath there so we can let the window down a bit. And the good thing is at night time we can actually leave the windows open slightly on both sides so that there's not a lot of condensation in the van. Right guys, so now we come to this side of the van. Now as you'll have seen in the previous video, this window is actually a fake window, but what we've done, we've put that on there because it's not something that needed doing, it's something that we wanted to have done just so that, you know, on that part of the van, you know, it looks quite good. Now when we show you on the inside of the van, I'll actually show you the reason why we didn't actually decide to have the window actually fitted and have like part of the panel out so that, you know, you can actually have it as like a real window. But I'll show you the reason why we decided not to do that when we get to the inside of the van. Also, we've had fitted roof bars on the top of the van. Right guys, that's the tour of the outside of the van. Let's go inside the van. Right guys, the first thing that I'm going to show you in the front of the vehicle is we've got like obviously the double seat here. Now what we've done recently, we've actually fitted a folding seat bracket. Now there was a lot of different options that we had, like getting the swivel base and so on, but we've actually decided to go for the folding seat bracket. In future videos we'll actually show you the reason why, because it will make more sense when we like go camping and so on, but it works out best for us. So basically, if you know obviously about these seats, they're normally quite upright, but the folding seat bracket that we've put on is give this seat a 10% recline. So what we do also is, it's got like a little like locking screw here and a little handle, and all you do is you push this handle down once you've unlocked the screw. Sorry guys, it's probably a really bad angle this, but I'm filming this on my own, so this is the only way I can show you. So we push that lever down that I showed you, and basically the seat then folds flat. I'll just get the camera, and as you can see now, obviously the seat is now folded flat, and that makes it all open in the back. But obviously I'll show you from the back what that looks like. But yeah, we've got the folding seat bracket which folds the seat down, and then it just simply lifts up and then locks into position, and it's very sturdy. There is a video on our previous videos about the folding seat bracket, so if you have a browse through you'll see that if it's something that you're interested in. Right guys, so let's go inside the vehicle. So just having a quick look here, I'll just quickly show you. This is a dog cage. This is obviously, you know, sometimes we put Thor inside this when we're traveling. Sometimes we don't, but again, we'll show you that in a minute how we do it. This is our pod. We'll go more into detail on that in a second. And then that's our rock and roll bed. And as you can see, it's the full length rock and roll bed. So let's get inside the van. We'll go a bit more into detail. Right guys, our van is, as you can see, it's not like a traditional setup that a lot of like traditional camper vans have, where they have the units down the side and things like that. We decided when we first got our van, the most important thing for us was comfort. Now, the thing is, when we go to campsites or when we wild camp and go to different places, we don't intend to stay in the van all day and sit around and stuff. We want to go out, explore, see nature, go out, enjoy ourselves, take Thor out for a walk, our dog and things like that. So we said that if we're going to spend time in the van, it's only going to be maybe when we're cooking and when we're sleeping. So we opted and decided to get a full-size rock and roll bed. Now, as you've seen on the seats in the front, the seats that have this logo embossed into them. So when we got our rock and roll bed, we had the seats upgraded to leather, and this, obviously we got the logos to match the front seats in. So, but what we'll do when I give you a tour of inside the van, I'm going to get Brooke to actually set the bed up as always going camping, just to give you an idea of like how we, you know, get comfortable, if you like, in the van. Now, on the outside of the van a minute ago, I mentioned about the windows, and we have that fake window, and I was going to explain why. When we put the rock and roll bed in the sleeping position, what we do is we sort of like sit in this position where we're leaning against this, and then what we do, we stick a tablet on there, and it's like, for us, it's like a bit of a lounge area where we can relax. But again, I'll show you that afterwards. Now, if we had have actually put a real window in there, number one, it would have been a lot colder, and number two, we wouldn't have been able to actually lean against that when we're sort of like relaxing. But I'll show you what I mean by that when we set the bed up. So guys, so we were saying that we don't have like a traditional setup. Now for us, this is our pod. Now it's actually from a camping store. Now the thing is, it's got like these steel bars that go all the way around it. Because it has those steel bars, it makes it very rigid and very secure. So, you know, if I get hold of it, it's like, it's solid, you know, and we can actually sit on that because, you know, it takes our weight and so on. So what I decided to do is, I thought, because if you look at some pods, they're very, very expensive. That was less than £100. And what we've done is, we've actually got like these metal like clamps here. And what we've done is put them all the way around, and it basically, it clicks into position. But the good thing is, because it clicks into position, we can actually take it out if we need to. So, I mean, for us, it's perfect, because also we have like storage as well. So, I mean, we don't really keep anything in here unless we're going camping. I mean, that's just like an empty box that we put food in and so on. We've got like camping cookers in there, some torches and lights. And what we do is, when we do actually go camping, obviously we load like these up with like food and stuff, but like I said, it's empty at the moment. Got like the kettle there and so on, some cloths and things. But obviously when we go camping, that gets fully loaded up. So, but yeah, so that's what we use as our pod, and it's absolutely perfect because we use that as like the surface to cook on and so on. Now, the thing is, the reason that we're really happy with this, and we're glad that we don't have a traditional setup. I actually know some people that have got like the traditional setup, if you like, of a camper van, and they've got all these units in. They've got the fridge built in. They've got the cooker built in. I've been in their van and I've had a look in the cooker and stuff. And when you open it, it's like it's got like the shelves in it and things, and they're still like brand new, pristine, even with like the protective like covers on them and stuff. And I've like said, all right, if you never use this, and they've turned around and said, I ain't cooking in the van, it'll make the van stink and so on. And I'm like, yeah, but you've paid all this money to have this conversion done, and you're not going to use it. That, to me, that's just crazy. But that seems to be a trend that a lot of people do. They put these facilities in the van and they don't use them. All right, well, why spend all that money then? Just get something like that, pull your portable cooker out, put it on there, or if it's warm, put it outside. So we don't need to get a traditional sort of like setup, because we are really happy with that pod. So I can't recommend, you know, that enough. If anybody's like starting off in van life, and you know, because it is expensive, you know, and you want to know more details about that, if you put a message in the comments below, I'll get back to you and I'll go more into detail how I fitted it and where we got it from and so on. So, but yeah, so that's our pod. Now, just quickly moving over to the side here, like I said, we've got Thor's cage there. What we've done is we've got a strap there that's basically strapped to the front, so that's really secure. What we sometimes do, again, show you after when we put the rock and roll bed out, to give it like a lot of room when that chair's down as well, I'm going to make something that goes across here that makes it solid, because we've only just had the seat bracket done. And when this is nice and solid, like I put a piece of wood across here that can attach on, that will add as an extension to the bed. But again, I'll show you that later on. So, right, gonna show you now where we keep our cool box. Right guys, so there's a rock and roll bed, and in front of it we've just got like this material here that like covers underneath bit. So I'll just quickly show you under here. That's our draft excluder that we put at the side at night time. So just underneath there is like more storage, like where we put things up the side and so on. Now if you look here, this is where we've got our cool box. Now I have basically like made like a little box for it, if you like. Now I am by no means any expert or anything, but if I pull this out, so I'll just show you behind there first. So what I've done is I've basically made like a little storage area and like clamped it in on the sides and things, so that when we use the cool box, sorry, let's put this in, it's a nice tight fit. As you can see, nice tight fit. So there's a cool box. That isn't going anywhere, but what I've done here is bungee cord, and I've put like a little hinge bracket on there. And if I put that, it's probably going to be difficult to do this with one hand. There we go. So yeah, so just on the off chance that that does move forward, it won't go too far because that's there. And what I've done here is I've got the power lead here. That plugs into there. And then obviously we've got that. So that's where the cool box is. And like I said, under here, it's just more storage places. Now we've got a suitcase again when we travel. Let's move this out the way. The suitcase fits perfectly under there, and then all we do, we just put a bungee cord straight across there. So yeah, so that's where the cool box is. So guys, what I've done is the wiring for the cool box, it comes along here, comes up into here, and what I've done is I've just like hooked it into there, and then we'll come to the best bit, the electrics. Basically, that just plugs into there, and then obviously that powers the cool box. So that brings us on to the next item, and that's the electrics. So we've recently had the electrics done, and so we've got like the split charge relay, and we have the leisure battery fitted. Now, I can't really go too much into detail because we didn't actually fit that. That was professionally fitted for us. But we've got a voltmeter here that's got a switch that's just underneath the seat, 2 USB sockets, and then obviously the 12 volt socket that you can use for things like the cool box. So that's how we can actually run the cool box. And the good thing is now, obviously, you know, when we're out, if we're off grid, you know, at least we've got some power that we can charge everything up. To show you there, guys, we've got a carbon monoxide alarm. Right guys, what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to put the rock and roll bed in the bed position. I have done a video on the rock and roll bed, so if you want to know more about this, just again browse through our videos, and then you'll see that there's a video with a rock and roll bed review. So basically there's just a lever here, so I'm just going to put the rock and roll bed in the bed position. There you go guys, that's the rock and roll bed in the bed position. Now, just show you, there's gap there, so it does obviously come quite close to the edge. So, and obviously we've got the bedding there, because we're going to show you now how we actually set the bedding up. So let's do that. Right guys, as you can see, Brooke's done a excellent, really fast job there of getting the bedding down. And as you see, there's plenty of room. Now, as I said before, obviously on that side of the van, that's where we've got the window. Now, what we do at night time, like I said, me and Brooke sort of like sit in this position, so obviously I'll be sat there as well. And what we do is, if I just give Brooke the camera, what we do is
like a TV type tablet up there and watch movies.
Yeah, so this is like our lounge area. So basically, you know, we sit down and chill out there and everything. What I never mentioned before either is mentioned that we've got the carbon monoxide test. We've actually got a smoke alarm just over here as well.
We've got a fire extinguisher as well.
Yeah, that's in the front. We've also got like a light here, some storage nets. Got a storage, pass me that camera if you will. Got a storage net there, and then
this is a Bluetooth speaker which connects to our TV, and it gives it surround sound in the van.
Yeah, you get the surround sound, and I'm just in the process at the moment as well, just like fitting some like lights.
Yeah, so it's not quite finished.
That's not quite finished. So,
yet.
But yeah, so.
And we are looking at getting or making something to put here as a little extra storage space.
Yeah, like a little extra unit or something, because obviously we've got the electrics there now, which was like the main thing that took us a while to get done. So, but
as you could tell, well, as you can tell, this is a pod, our pod. I don't know if you mentioned it because obviously I wasn't in the beginning of the video because I was asleep. But this was actually like, it was only about £50, wasn't it, for this pod. And we looked at getting a proper one built with a sink and a cooker, and then we thought to ourselves we're never really going to use a sink or a cooker. Well, we're not personally. So we decided on looking at something else. So we've actually bought this temporary, and then we went to a few companies. We had a look at different pods and had a look at the price, and it was really expensive. A lot of money. I've
already mentioned it before, and we've actually had like some like people that like build camper vans, and they've actually said, haven't they, it's quite a good idea.
Yeah, and like the guy that we went to see if he could build us one said, why would you want us to build you one? It'd cost you hundreds of pounds for the exact same thing as what you've got.
Yeah.
And we
like,
can literally take this out and put it back in when we want it.
And like Brooke said, guys, you know, we don't intend on, you know, like having a sink and that, because we're not going to use it. I've already mentioned about, the, you know, having a built-in cooker. You know, a lot of people don't actually end up using them because they don't want to use them and make the van smell and stuff. So, you know, it's not something that we're concerned about.
And sometimes we do take the cage down as well, so it gives us standing space there as well.
So, but yeah, guys, so that's the rock and roll bed down in this position. When Thor travels with us, we can still obviously open the cage here. We do normally put a bed in there. We don't just let him go on that. And what I'm going to do now is I'll just like show you underneath the rock and roll bed. British trainers out the way, and as you can see, just 1 second. There is a lot of storage available underneath here. Now, like I said, we normally have like the suitcase and so on under there. But look at all this storage space we've got underneath. So, you know, when the rock and roll bed's in the bed position, there's plenty of room. So yeah, there's our sleeping facilities and chilling facilities.
Yep.
So there we go. Right guys, so I'm now like sat in the van at the back. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to turn the camera around and show you in a minute, because what I've actually done now with the folding seat bracket, I've actually folded the seat down. So I'll turn around now and show you that. And as you can see, the amount of room that it now gives us. Now what I am going to do is, I mentioned it before, I'm going to make something that so I can put on top of Thor's cage, like a piece of wood, and put it across so that it makes it solid. That's already got some wood in the back, so that is solid. So that is weight bearing. You can actually sit on that now, because again, if you have a look at the seat bracket video, you'll see it's actually got a piece of wood in just behind, so you can sit on that. Now we've got like the curtains here that normally come across on both sides, but we've actually got some van blinds as well now. And what we're going to do is, like when we're in this position, we can actually put the van blinds there across. We've got blinds here and we've got them at the back as well. And when the front bit is on, it's all private, and like I said, it's all open. And the good thing is, this is weight bearing as well. So what we'll probably do is actually put like some type of like, you know, cover on there. But I need to make something you know, that like can keep all that solid. And then, like I said, the amount of room that you've got in here. And for us, that's what's important about like when we go camping and like go places. It's the fact that we can have all this room where we can lie down and there's so much space. Right guys, so there you have it. That's a tour of our camper van. As you can see, it's not like a traditional van that, you know, like a lot of people have. But then, you know, when it's your own van, you make it personal to yourself. And the way we've got our van set up, you know, it works for us. The way we've got our bed, the position that we have, like, you know, the like hookup for when we use like electric items, you know, the way the seat is and everything, the folding seat bracket. Like I said, in future videos, we'll actually show you when we do go to campsites, how we're going to actually, you know, work our setup with the folding seat bracket, because, you know, we've got like plans, because we're going to put Thor's bed on top of that, so that at night time, like, he can like come straight across and sleep on here type of thing. So sleep on, you know, like on top of the seat when it's folded over. But like I said before, you know, when we go to places, we're not going somewhere to just stay in the van. If we go somewhere, we're going to explore, going to see different places. It's only like at night time and when we want to relax and when we want to maybe cook something, you know, we'll have the rock and roll bed in the seated position. We can sit down, we can cook our food and everything, eat it. Then we can put the rock and roll bed in the sort of like chilling area, if you like, turn it into the lounge area where we sit down, watch a film and so on, relax. And then when we go to bed, you know, we've got plenty of room and everything. So that's why it works for us. But like I said, everybody's different and everyone's going to have different setups, but obviously it's a tour of our van and that's how we've done it. So I hope that information by showing the van tour has been informative to some people. Hope it's like helped some people, give them a bit of an idea how to do their layout. Like I said, we've had our van over 2 years now, you know, and it's only now that we're, you know, getting to a position, get things done. There's still a lot of things that we need to get done, but obviously we'll show you that in future videos. So if you haven't subscribed already, please do hit that notification bell as well, and then every time we do a video, obviously you'll get a notification that we've done it, so you don't want to miss out. And to all our subscribers already, as I'm filming this, we're almost at 2,000 subscribers, and you know, we appreciate, me and Brooke talk about it a lot, and you know, we appreciate the fact that people have took the time to actually subscribe, you know, and they watch us and everything. So we really, really do appreciate that. So thank you very much for that. And if everybody can hit that like button, I'll appreciate it very much. If anyone's got any questions or anything about different things, how we've converted our van so far, put it in the comments below. I'll get back to you, and if I can help you with anything, especially with that pod, because of what we've got, because like I said, that's quite different. I've not seen anybody that's done that before, and that was our idea when we did it. And like I said, some like people we've been to see have gone, wow, that's a really good idea, and they're thinking of doing it. So if you want a bit more information how to do that, leave a comment below and I'll get back to you. So guys, until the next video, thanks for watching, bye for now.